looks like I'm live. Hi, UVAC and greater UVAC family. My name's Grace. I wasn't here last week, but every Tuesday at 12, I'm doing some nutrition tips with Grace so you can live your best life both outside the kitchen and inside the kitchen. And today I wanted to talk about debunking nutrition myths. And I do, just before I get started, please, if you have any questions, put them in the comments so I can best help you. So, debunking nutrition myths, especially in with all the media out now, and there's so many news is constantly at our fingertips with our phones and always in our pockets. Anyone can put out information regardless of whether it's true or not, and that has created lots of myths surrounding food and nutrition that aren't always full backed by science. So I am here to tell you which ones are good and which ones are not. So the first one is one of my favorites to talk about is the debate of organic food, and that organic food has more nutrients. So organic kind of deems how the food is produced and nothing more. There are certain regulations that the farm must comply by regarding pesticide use, but at the end of the day, research has shown organic food does not have any more nutrients than regular food, and all of the and they do this still does have pesticides in it. Just the types of pesticides are more limited in organic food. And if you are concerned about calories or kind of how the nutrient composition of an organic product versus a conventional product, an organic local calorie is the exact same calorie as a faraway conventionally grown calorie in terms of how it works in our body. However, depending on the product, the quality tends to be better if you buy it like locally organic, and it's always good to support local. So don't stop going to the farmer's market or buying at your local farm stand just yet. And this doesn't mean you shouldn't strive for a high quality diet full of produce and whole grains, but if you are concerned about the nutrient contents of the food, it doesn't matter where you buy it from. Like, for example, organic spinach has the same exact nutritional value as conventional spinach. And buying organic is really about personal preference on whether you want to support those farms or if you would like the least number of pesticides as possible. So the second myth I want to talk about, or it's not even or just controversial topic, is about supplements. So when I'm talking about supplements, I'm talking about like vitamins and minerals you can get at the store that are also found in food. So I always suggest getting your nutrients from your diet as much as possible. Even though, for example, let's take like calcium. That's a common nutrient that some people are deficient in without realizing it, and it's a really important nutrient for our body. So I like to try to get people to take, for example, take calcium from the diet as much as possible, because you're also getting the other nutrients too. So think about calcium in milk. I suggest doing that because not only you get the calcium, you also get like some fat, some protein, carbohydrates. So you get all of that as opposed to just taking a supplement. Especially like a lot of supplements that have vitamins commonly found in fruits and vegetables. If you're taking the supplement, you're missing out on all that fiber and healthy carbohydrates from the fruits or vegetables by taking the supplement instead. Another reason I'm kind of wary of supplements is the lack of regulation from the FDA. So supplements do not have very little restrictions or regulations. So really anybody could put a supplement on the market and it's not tested. And that can cause some issues, whether there's about their safety. Definitely, if you are looking for a supplement, choose something that's well researched. Read many articles and make sure what you're doing is a well researched supplement. But this is not to say I'm against supplements. I am definitely for supplements in certain populations. For example, those with chronic diseases or on restricted diets um, may benefit from a supplement. For example, vegans don't actually consume any vitamin B12 from the diet because B12 is only in animal products. So that's when they should take a supplement. But if you're a healthy person with a varied diet, you may not need one, and it may not be necessary to just take that multivitamin because you're probably getting all those nutrients regularly. Definitely talk to a registered dietitian or a doctor if you have any concern. Um, my my recommendation is just choose well-researched ones and kind of think about whether you really need a supplement before taking them. And supplements do, even though they're vitamins and sold over the counter, they do have toxicity levels. So definitely look into that because you don't. Some of those vitamins are sold in like 1,000%, 2,000% of your daily need, and that may actually hurt you over time rather than help you. So my third myth I want to discuss is some macronutrients being better than others. And if you don't know what a macronutrient is, those are those nutrients that you eat in large volumes. So carbohydrates, protein, fat, and water. And let me start by saying all macronutrients are equal. They all serve very important roles in our body, and we need them all. If there's any diet you're looking into that says like cut out a certain one of those, don't do it because you need every single one of those. And when you take one out, the others have to compensate and they just don't work as well. So to kind of reiterate what I've said in the past, carbs are our main energy source, and our body really needs those carbs to break down to glucose to feed our cells so our cells can perform. Fat is really important for insulation and nutrient absorption, especially the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamins A, D, E, and K. They can only be absorbed well with fat. And then protein is really important for enzymatic reactions, kind of making our body grow and develop properly. And there is a time and a place for each one of them. I hear often that, like, especially in the gym setting or the fitness setting, that it's all about protein, and carbs. And yes, those are important, but they are not superior by any means. So definitely make sure you're getting a balanced diet of all of those. And then our last myth I want to talk to you all about today is losing weight is only about the calories. And while calories in versus calories out is definitely true, and at the end of the day, you will lose weight if you have less calories than you are burning. That's the ultimate goal of weight loss. You really want to be eating high quality calories. So eating highly processed foods and protein shakes can be effective in weight loss. And if you are at a calorie deficit, you will still lose the weight, but it will negatively impact your health. For example, like increased chronic disease risk, decreased energy and metabolic health. So all of that can be impacted by choosing not healthy options. Calorie deficit should still focus on the nutrient quality to achieve optimal health from all aspects. So, for example, if you had 1,000-calorie burger, you could lose weight just as well by having 1,000 calories of like a good healthy salad with lots of nutrients with a healthy meal. So definitely try to focus on quality over calories when you're choosing your diet, choosing kind of what kind of foods to eat when you're losing weight. So So at the end of the day, just have a high quality diet over anything, and that will help you feel your best and achieve healthy goals, whether that be weight loss or anything, or muscle growth, or just want to live a healthy life. So I hope this information was helpful and kind of debunked a few myths or things you have heard. I'm happy to answer any questions about them, and I do hope to make this more of a series and debunk more nutrition myths in the future, because I think it's a super important topic to talk about, especially with all the news and people relaying information that may not necessarily be backed by science and research. So let me know if you haven't what you've heard, and I'll tell you what the research says. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you learned something new today.